Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Wednesday, November 23, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. By becoming a member of the High Stakes Patreon, you will have access to our best team picks, total picks, parlay picks and much more. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Boston Celtics vs Dallas Mavericks. I'm assuming Jason Tatum is going to play with this line being what it is. As good as the Dallas Mavericks can be, they've been hit or miss this season, and they lose on the road by an average of 3 points. The Boston Celtics are hot again, and they're at home, where they win by an average of 8.7 points and shoot 51.3% from the field. I lay the reasonable number with the Celtics at home. Take the Boston Celtics minus 4.5 points. The Dallas Mavericks are averaging 108.6 points on 45.2% shooting and allowing 106.3 points on 47.5% shooting. Luka Doncic is averaging 34.4 points and 7.8 assists, while Spencer Dinwiddie is averaging 17.6 points and 3.4 rebounds. Christian Wood is the third double-digit scorer, and Tim Hardaway Jr. is grabbing 2.1 rebounds. The Dallas Mavericks are shooting 33.9% from beyond the arc and 74.7% from the free throw line. The Dallas Mavericks are allowing 36.1% shooting from deep and are grabbing 38.8 rebounds per game. The Boston Celtics are averaging 120.2 points on 48.7% shooting and allowing 113 points on 46.1% shooting. Jason Tatum is averaging 30.3 points and 7.4 rebounds, while Jaylen Brown is averaging 25.3 points and 3.5 assists. Malcolm Brogdon is the third double-digit scorer, and Al Horford is grabbing 6.9 rebounds. The Boston Celtics are shooting 39.1% from beyond the arc and 84.5% from the free throw line. The Boston Celtics are allowing 35.4% shooting from deep and are grabbing 42.8 rebounds per game. Take the under. Toronto Raptors vs Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets have been slowly improving as they've won 6 of their last 10 games overall, but they will be looking to bounce back here after having their 2-game win streak snapped by the 76ers in a 115-106 road loss last night. Kyrie Irving led the team with 23 points, Kevin Durant added 20 points with 5 assists on 9 of 14 shooting, while Seth Curry chipped in with 14 points off the bench. As a team, the Nets shot a healthy 55% from the field and 9 of 28 from the three-point line, but they couldn't make a single three-pointer early on and had to claw back from an early deficit, only to fade away in the fourth quarter, where the 76ers finished with a flurry. The Nets' lack of size really cost them as they got out-rebounded on the offensive boards by 24, and they just couldn't make the open three-pointers when employing their small ball lineups. Meanwhile, the Toronto Raptors have been in decent form as they've split their last 8 games, and they will be hoping to bounce back here after having their 2-game win streak halted by the Hawks in a 124-122 overtime road loss on Saturday. Scottie Barnes led the team with 28 points, 11 rebounds and 9 assists. Anunoby added 27 points with 5 assists, while Thaddeus Young tallied 18 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists and 4 steals. As a team, the Raptors shot 44% from the field and 8 of 37 from the three-point line as they squandered a 9-point lead in the fourth quarter before coming up just short in the overtime period as the Hawks' A.J. Griffin made the game-winning alley-oop layup at the buzzer. The Nets are keeping an eye on Yuta Watanabe, who is listed as day-to-day, while the Raptors have listed Scottie Barnes as day-to-day with a left knee sprain. The Nets will be eager to get the bitter taste of last night's defeat out of their mouths, but they are playing their second game of a back-to-back set, while the Raptors should be well rested as they haven't played since their thrilling overtime win back on Saturday. The Nets are 0-3-1 at TS in their last 4 games, playing on 0 days rest, while the Raptors are 5-2 at TS in their last 7 home games, so I'll back the Raptors in this spot. Take the Toronto minus 2.5 points. Kevin Durant is the leading scorer for Brooklyn with an average of 30.4 points per game, while the leading rebounder is Nick Claxton with an average of 8.3 rebounds per game, and Ben Simmons is the leader in assists with an average of 5.7 assists per game. Brooklyn has 4 players averaging double figures in scoring and as a team in scoring an average of 111.6 points per game. Toronto looks to bounce back from a loss with a victory at home on Wednesday against Brooklyn. The Raptors are 9-8 and second in the Atlantic Division, 4 games behind the first-place Boston Celtics. Toronto was defeated by the Atlanta Hawks 124-122 on Saturday, which snapped a 2-game winning streak for Toronto. The leading scorer for Toronto was Scotty Barnes with 28 points. Take over 222 points. Miami Heat vs Washington Wizards. Bradley Beal is the leading scorer for Washington with an average of 22.7 points per game and is also leading the Wizards in assists with an average of 5.8 assists per game. Kristaps Porzingis is the leading rebounder with an average of 8.8 rebounds per game. Washington has 4 players averaging double figures in scoring, and as a team the Wizards are scoring an average of 108.6 points per game. Miami looks to snap a 4-game losing streak on Wednesday when hosting Washington. The Heat are 7-11 and third in the Southeast Division, 3 1/2 games behind first-place co-leaders Washington and Atlanta. Miami was defeated by the Minnesota Timberwolves 105-101 on Monday for their 4th consecutive loss. Kevin Lowry was the leading scorer for Miami with 21 points. Jimmy Butler is the leading scorer for Miami, but is out injured, and therefore the leading active scorer is Tyler Herro, with an average of 19.6 points per game. The leading rebounder is Bam Adebayo, with an average of 9.2 rebounds per game, while Kyle Lowry is the leader in assists, with an average of 6.1 assists per game. Miami has 5 active players averaging double figures in scoring, and the Heat are scoring an average of 108.2 points per game. The Miami Heat are still dealing with a million injuries, but they're back home where they play their best ball, and they almost bat the Wizards on the road last week in a similar situation. The Washington Wizards have issues stringing wins together, and they actually lose in the favorite role by an average of 0.9 points. I'll side with the Heat in this spot. Take Miami Heat minus 2 points. The Washington Wizards are averaging 108.9 points on 47.3% shooting and allowing 110.1 points on 45.6% shooting. Bradley Beal is averaging 21.9 points and 3.8 rebounds, while Kristaps Porzingis is averaging 21 points and 2.5 assists. Kyle Kuzma is the 3rd double-digit scorer, and Rui Hachimura is grabbing 4.6 rebounds. The Washington Wizards are shooting 35.2% from beyond the arc and 78.9% from the free throw line. The Washington Wizards are allowing 38.5% shooting from deep and are grabbing 44.5 rebounds per game. The Miami Heat are averaging 110.3 points on 46% shooting and allowing 110.1 points on 47.9% shooting. Jimmy Butler is averaging 20.9 points and 6.6 rebounds, while Tyler Herro is averaging 19.6 points and 6.4 rebounds. Bam Adebayo is the 3rd double-digit scorer, and Max Strus is grabbing 3.8 rebounds. The Miami Heat are shooting 35.2% from beyond the arc and 86.7% from the free throw line. The Miami Heat are allowing 36.9% shooting from deep and are grabbing 40.5 rebounds per game. Take over 211 points.